With the Christmas season upon us, I had the opportunity to discuss with Great American Family President Bill Abbott about the network's output of Christmas films this year.
So, we're all about high quality. And so I think the quality of the content is extremely strong again this year. Well, I will go so far as to say it's even better than it was in previous years. So, for example, we have two Candace Bure Christmas movies, and there is no talent that's more recognizable than Candace at Christmas. She's the leader. She's been a leader in the space for 15 years, and there's nobody like her. We've also added Mario Lopez to our lineup, Alexa Carlos Penavega to our lineup. We have a movie called Little Women's Christmas that's loosely based on the Little Women book, and it has an ensemble cast that is really extremely strong and well known. And then finally, we have a movie that's an absolutely beautiful piece called I Heard the Bells, which is the story of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's creation of the song I heard, or the poem I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, which is the beautiful Christmas carol that's a staple. So you look at that collection of movies, and that's the strongest, I would argue, the strongest in linear TV or being created anywhere as a collective Christmas group of movies. We've always believed that people want change in entertainment, and that the vast majority of the country, it's not just a niche or not just a certain area of the country. We believe that the majority of people in the country want to see family friendly entertainment that celebrates faith, family, and country. And I think the election bore that out in terms of what voters want to see. And I think that's right in line with what our brand is. We want to uplift and inspire and be supportive of faith, of family, and of country. And in most places in the entertainment world, those are treated in a very negative light. And we want to be that light in that sea of darkness.
Do you think the viewers of Great American Family impacted the results of the election at all?
I think we have viewers that are, as Michael Jordan once said, Republicans and Democrats wear sneakers. And I think it's true that Republicans and Democrats all view family-friendly programming as something that's important. And so we don't really delineate between red and blue, but certainly we are very focused on those who love faith, family, and country, and whatever party they may fall into, they fall into. But at the end of the day, we're about high quality entertainment that unites people, that inspires people, that uplifts people, and doesn't give them nightmares when they go to bed, or doesn't assault their senses when their kids are in the room, or isn't objectionable in any way. And again, that celebration of faith, family, and country is core to what we built our business on, and why I believe we're thriving in this environment.
So, speaking about thriving, over the past few years, we've seen a very serious uptick in streaming apps and streaming services. And you guys have actually taken advantage of that with Great American Pureflix. Do you see the rise in streaming allowing for more faith-based media to flourish with the rise of streaming
Yes,
apps?
for sure. And the streaming, the PureFlix acquisition has really put us in a position where it's helped us transition our linear service as well to become more faith-based. And it's an area where very few, if anyone, is really exploring in terms of entertainment content. And we're very hopeful on linear, and there's no one that has a linear and a streaming platform. I want to clarify there are many organizations out there that are focused on creating faith-based content, but they don't have the linear and the streaming platforms the way we do. And that's how I think you make a difference culturally, when you've got a platform in which you can be available 24/7, 365 days a year. And I think as streaming evolves, you're going to see the big guys, Netflix, Disney, Amazon, and then you're going to see services that are more specialty in nature that appeal to a certain sensibility. And certainly faith will be one of those areas.
So you see Great American Family continue to thrive well against other competitors. Like Hallmark is obviously the most known for their Christmas films, but Netflix has always also been dipping their toes in the water of Christmas films. And you see Great American Family continuing to thrive well against the competition.
Yeah, we're very pleased with our progress. Our movies have done exceptionally well this Christmas. We're actually up year to year, where our competitors are down anywhere from 15 to 40%. And in the linear space, it's very hard to be increasing your audience with all the cord cutting and all the changes in the landscape. And yet our ratings are up. And that's really unusual. Like there's only a handful of channels overall in the whole 120 network ecosystem where the ratings are up. And I think it's because we are providing something very, very different. And it's what people want and that they're drawn to.
It's about the consumer demand and the need about wanting to answering what the consumer wants.
Yes, and at a high quality in a high quality way.
And speaking of consumer needs, I was informed that Great American Family is available on multiple areas, but I was informed that it's not yet available on YouTube TV. Are there any plans to change that potentially before Christmas Day this year?
Well, we've offered YouTube TV every conceivable uh, way to get carriage on the platform, and including free. And that has not been accepted to this point. And we'll see. We're hopeful that they recognize the value of the audience and that the strength and quality of the content and the premise of being on the pillars of family, faith, and country. But we don't know where that will go.
You'll be able to watch all of these films on Great American Family or on the streaming service, Great American Pureflix. I'm Ashton Otice with the Washington Examiner.